Bottom half of the fourth inning. For Washington State, Adam Plutko has made easy work of the Cougars so far. He's thrown just 30 pitches through 3 innings. Top of the order now for Washington State. Plutko in the wind. Delivers a 90-mile-an-hour fastball up in the zone for ball 1. Bartlett batting at .314. 4 Cougars batting over 300. Whereas UCLA now, with Espy going hitless, UCLA has no hitters that are over 300. Count evens at 1. To Cody Bartlett. 3 righties coming up for Washington State here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Jacobs and Ard to follow. 1-1 pitch. Bunt laid down. Third baseman Regis will make a play. Not in time. A base hit by Cody Bartlett. And a tiny thread of the perfect game is now over with. You'll see the beautifully laid down bunt by Cody Bartlett. Laid down to perfection. You really can't teach any better than that, Steve.
No, you can't. And, you know, Bartlett, the 5'8" redshirt senior, obviously smaller guy with a lot of speed, and using that to his advantage there as he drops a perfect one down the third baseline and beats it out.
So now we'll see how Plutko operates out of the stretch. Talked about Plutko and his movement on his fastball, a little bit of life. Small sink to his arm side is what the scouting report reads. Curveball is big and slow, we've seen that. Drops all the way down in the low 70s. Not afraid to throw it early in the count. We'll see if we see it here. Instead he checks over on Bartlett and that slider. If he can get that over for strikes, it makes him that much better. His numbers in high school are just pretty remarkable when you think about it. 10-1, the 1.36 ERA as a senior. 97 strikeouts, just 18 walks. Pitch out taken for ball 1 by Jacobs. And that record, that 10-1 record, prompted the Astros to pick him in the 6th round.
And you know, UCLA, very fortunate in the rotation of getting guys to turn down high draft picks to come down.
And a lot of money, too.
And a lot of money. Garrett Cole, before his freshman year, was drafted 30th overall by the New York Yankees and turned down what was reported to be about a $3 to $4 million signing bonus to come to school. So very surprising, you know, but again, fortunate for UCLA to have those guys in their arsenal.
And we've seen that with other Pac-10 aces as well. Brett Mooneyham for Stanford did the same thing. He was selected by the Padres. Big signing bonus, turned it down. Unfortunately, this year he got hurt. That's really the gamble you play when you turn down money like that. Obviously, if you go to a UCLA or Stanford and perform to your ability, your draft stock is going to rise, but it's that possibility of the injury, and always that guaranteed money is tough to turn down.
Oh, it certainly is, and you know, the game between going to college versus going professional, particularly in baseball, when if you commit to go and play in a 4-year Division I college, you have to stay for 3 years. It really becomes a gamble for some of these guys.
Jacobs gets the job done. Bartlett moves over to second. Cougars finally have a man in scoring position for the first time. So now the Cougars using a little bit of small ball to try and get things started against Plutko.
Yeah, and that certainly has to be a testament to Coach Marvin, realizing what kind of game he's in and what kind of game it's going to be. A very low-scoring game, obviously, so trying to get a run across as soon as he can with Art coming up to the plate now.
Adam Plutko, 4-year letter winner in high school, baseball-wise. He actually played 1 year of football as well. If you had to look at his frame, Steven, what would you guess maybe position-wise he would be playing?
Gosh, not a quarterback, then probably a linebacker. Definitely either hitting someone or standing tall in the
I would
pocket.
either say a linebacker or a wide receiver. He actually was the team's kicker, believe it or not.
Wow.
Played 1 year of that, and coaches and scouts saw his arm when he threw on the mound and said, you might want to give up football. You have a career in baseball instead. Delivers that curveball I just talked about, 4-strike 1, right at 70 miles an hour. You talk about a guy that can go -20 between fastball and curveball. It's really tough for hitters to decipher the difference. I mean, And look right there, that 91-mile-an-hour fastball on the second pitch to Ard, it looks like 98 after he throws a 70-mile-an-hour curveball like that to start off the at-bat.
Oh, it sure does, and the deception is absolutely critical, and that's where you talk about a guy like Plutko. You know, certainly he's only going to grow into his body and his frame, which is only going to make him throw harder down the line, but in the meantime, when your curveball and your off-speed stuff's 20 miles an hour slower and moving like it is, it's tough to hit.
Paints the outside corner for strike 2. Plutko is a junior in high school, 7-3 record, 2.6 ERA. So really came on the scene, really as a junior, really developed into his body. He really wasn't a factor freshman and sophomore year, but when he grew into his 6'3" frame, he took off from there. High fastball count, evens up at 2.
Zard sits here and, again, looking for a fastball. We got to expect him that curveball here to be coming with the 2-2 count.
We'll see if Plutko can do so. Bottom half of the 4th inning. Only 1 hit for Washington State against the highly touted freshman for UCLA, Plutko. Comes set. Checks on Bartlett at second. 2-2 pitch. Slider misses outside. The count runs full.
And a bunt single, too, was the only hit as well, so Cougars certainly not making any solid contact with anything Plutko's thrown to this point.
Derek Jones on deck for Washington State. Matt Ardropoulos to follow. So this is right where the Cougars want to be in their order. It's the pitcher with a 1.72 earned run average. All 3 starters for UCLA. A sub-2 ERA. 3-2 pitch. Foul back to the screen. Ard putting up quite the battle here. Bottom of the 4th inning.
And again, it's Ard's ability to shorten up and really continue to fight these pitches off like he's doing right now. It shows why he is such a good hitter. He's clearly choked up on the bat just a little bit, and he's shortened his swing and looking just to make contact. Obviously, he's got a lot of power, similar to like a Derek Jones, but really, he's looking for that base hit, and if the power comes with it, so be it.
3-2 pitch again. Popped up. Looks like Plutko will win the battle here. The second baseman, Brown's calling for it. Makes the two-handed grab. Cougars will have to rely on Derek Jones, it looks like, to try and get their first lead of this series.
We highlighted Derek in the pregame as one that has to step up, and so had a tough time in his first at-bat where he looked absolutely confused at the plate at what Plutko was going to bring to him. So interesting to see second time around now if Derek has made the proper adjustments to try and score Cody.
Bartlett should score on a single with his speed. Stolen 3 bases this year. Tommy Richards leads the team with 4 stolen bases. Jones struggling in this series, 0 for 9. Takes a 68-mile-an-hour curveball for ball 1. I'd have to guess he's going back to the fastball here, and we'll just see the difference. This one could be about a 23, 24-mile-an-hour difference.
Absolutely remarkable at any level for that kind of difference between 2 pitches. So definitely an adjustment the Cougar hitters are going to have to make.
1-0 pitch. Dribbled over to the first baseman. Espy will take it himself. The Cougars' threat is diminished by Adam Plutko. So with that, we're through 4 complete. We're still scoreless here from Bailey Brayton Field. We'll take a break and be back. This is Cougar Baseball on WSUCougars.com.